There wasn't any, like, underlying reason why I was on break from Mega Man for so long. It was just kind of, at first it was just me, like, underestimating how long it would take for me to do everything I had to do for school. How many months? How many months? It's not that I just, like, didn't want to play this anymore, it's just that I couldn't. It's kind of weird where, like, once I'm playing Mega Man, I'm just like, this is just what I wanted to be doing for however long I have been playing it for. It's just very hard to get myself to open the game. I think it's just that I have to, like, force myself to not do whatever I'm doing, which is inherently a hard thing to do. There's, like, friction to getting OBS set up and everything that I need to do, even though it only takes, like, a couple minutes tops. Like, it's just easier to open Steam and, like, fire up Rivals or GD or something. I do want to make one last big montage before I'm like away at uni, because I don't know how viable it's gonna be to grind Mega Man at uni. I think it should be viable to some extent, but like I got no promises. You know how it is. Come on. I also just, like, don't know how online I'm gonna be in uni. Unironically, one of my bigger goals for uni is just be less online. Like, I don't know how viable that's gonna be, but I hope it's gonna be at least somewhat viable, because being this online kind of drove me a little insane, I think. Like, obviously I'm not gonna, like, ditch everyone, I just, like... Sometimes you just don't want it all to be Discord and Twitch, you know? Not even just, like, in terms of, like, social connection, but, like, also I'd like to just spend less time on the internet in general if I can help it. And, like, if I can't, if there's, like, not anything there, there's not anything there. I don't think there's not gonna be anything there. I trust the place I'm going to uni is gonna, like, have something for me, but if it doesn't, you know... I think if I get bored of attempts from Wily 1, I'm just gonna do attempts from start. Because I think now that I have, like, some of the kinks worked out, I should be able to get somewhere fairly quickly. Also, I'm kind of considering incorporating the, like, maximum steez idea I had for Mega Man 2 into Montage 2. Like, there's just, like, parts of it where it's just, like, not necessarily that I'm doing a hard gameplay, but that I'm just, like, going through the game in an extremely stylish manner. Or at least what to me is extremely stylish. And also, if I just can't wring any use out of a stage, I don't do it. I honestly wonder if it'd be worth it to emulate, the Complete Works versions of those games for that. Of NES Mega Man, just so that I can play NES Mega Man with Quick Weapon Swap. Because, like, for Pico Pico or something, it would be a big steez bonus to just be able to, like, swap between Bubble Light and Metal Blade. I'll just refill Bubble to be safe. Not that I really needed it. Also, I should probably lab if I actually need to do the leaf shield throw during the fight, or be able to skip the trick shot, or if I can just do it before the fight. I just don't know what else resets that counter, so I don't want to tweak it. That variable, I guess. Because the reason that strat works is that, for some reason, one of the variables that Crash Bomb sets, which very few actions in the game alter, makes the fucking Crash Bomb thingy. Okay, so basically what happens, now that I can explain it without having to play Guts Tank, basically what happens is when you use Leaf Shield, there's a specific variable in the game that very few actions you can take in the game tweak. So when you use Leaf Shield, you set that variable to a specific value, and the value that you set it to, for some reason, makes your Crash Ball explosion radius way bigger. I don't know why it does that, it just does it. And because of that, you don't have to do the trick shot at all. Is a big boost. Considering trick shot is like one of the hardest things in the game, probably. If you mess it up, it's just, or it's not one of the hardest things in the game, but it's like one of the hardest things in the game to do with nerves, especially considering like the way I routed it, I just like I just decided to tank it with lag. I don't know if that makes it harder or easier, but it does make it like notably different. Don't forget the leaf shield, don't forget the leaf shield, don't forget the leaf shield. Swap the leaf shield. Already back to Wily 5 in like 15 minutes. Good sign. Very good. I have kind of given up on the like doing this before summer break is before summer break begins thing. That's just mostly because I couldn't like get myself to have a session for like 2 weeks. So, it's all tapped at the. I mistimed everything. Or I didn't mistime everything, I just kind of botched that one. I didn't full jump. You need to full jump at least once there to get the tornadoes to meaningfully go left. And I was just too scared of something, I don't know. I think maybe I'll do like one more good attempt from Wily. And then I'll do attempts from start to try and get a PB. Sure, I guess that means we're doing attempts now. I always forget I have that many metal passes. Also, I really should probably find a faster way to do metal. At least to fight. Just for my own sanity. Like, my strat for metal takes longer than most final boss strats in the series. Not that it's like a particularly hard fight, it's just I should probably, you know, find a way of making it faster, if that's also consistent. Come on. You kinda just gotta tank that in metal. There's just gonna be situations where the mole comes at you like that, you kind of don't have any real course of action you can take, just because that's how conveyor belts work. Metal's kind of a sucky first stage, but there's like nothing better, there's nowhere better to go, really. Metal makes literally every other stage of the game easier by a massive margin. Maybe once Dual Override gets a release date, I kind of like laser focus on trying to like progress towards Classic Series Sweep. If only to give myself more cred before that game comes out. Because Basic Master 1.2 Buster only means stuff to people who are already my friends, basically. And like 1 or 2 people in the ROM hack speedrunning scene. Not even the speedrunning scene, just like the people who are just like deep into ROM hacks. I think saying I've like no-hit almost every classic Mega game, or ideally all of them, is just a lot easier to understand. Come on! This is just not going to be a fun stage to retry over and over again, but I don't have any better options. I literally don't have any better options. I just gotta tank this. Sucks, but what can you do? Kinda sucks that both of the places you would want to play from in this game are both horrible places to start doing stuff from. Metal's a very bad first grade and Wily one, and like early, like try to do full Wily, and this game is just not that interesting. I remember Metal being like this when I was playing the game originally. Trying to know it. Just a meat grinder where sometimes you just can't get a run to the boss. Primarily because of moles. And I'm doing this the fast way. The way Game Jam did it, it was like agonizingly slow. I would do Flash first, but I think the advantage you get from doing Flash before Metal greatly from doing Metal before Flash greatly outweighs the benefit of what's the other way around? Why can't I find? It's better to do Metal before Flash than it is to do Flash before Metal. Like, you get more out of it. Actually, I think I say that. Not even true. Genuinely, I'm starting to think that Flash over Metal might be the play, just so that you can time stopper holes. But I don't even know if the energy works for that. Maybe you can get it consistent by just, like, stalling out more? Like, actively, like, not going until you're, like, 100% certain it's safe to go. Because they can't spawn directly on your... They can't just spawn on your... like, underneath you while you're, like, where you're standing. Like, the way that you get sniped by moles in here is you're standing somewhere, and then you're like, the conveyor like, kind of like pushes you into the mole, or you're moving against the conveyor pushes you into the mole. It's all in relation to your movements. So if you try to like stay roughly in the same X position, maybe that gets rid of that. But they always spawn a bit in front of you. Come on! What am I doing? Like, that's actually just inexcusable. How was I able to not despawn either of them? Big dog, you're supposed to be our minus infinity no-hitter. You're playing like a bum. Come on! So I was wrong about my hypothesis that I was coming up with the last attempt. That would work if it was only one set of moles that could ever be on the screen at the same time. I don't know what controls how many sets of moles there are. This is why the moles in Wily 2 aren't an issue at all. You can just like stay stationary there because there's no conveyor. This is also why they're a lot safer to farm against if you mess something up. That's the thing that sucks about Metal in this. There's a lot of stuff in Metal that would kind of be a complete non-factor. If you were allowed to get weapons, it is just completely unfeasible to do most, or not completely, but this is like just such a must-get weapon that you kind of don't have many other real options other than getting this out of the way as soon as possible. Even though the stage itself is horrible. And you don't even get a good weakness for this until you beat the boss itself. Quick Boomerang is not a great weakness for this, which is his actual weakness besides his Metal Blade again. Like, you have to get up in his face for it, for one thing. Which means that the best strategy against him kind of doesn't work. To, like, keep your distance. Because if you keep your distance, you're not gonna get any shots on him. It's almost more annoying to lose to the attempts where you're just like making an execution mistake in that section of the stage. Because what am I doing? Genuinely. If I could just get past Metal half the time, I win this in like 20 hours. Do I just swallow my pride and swap my route? I think the single most important breakthrough that I could have in this grind is figuring out what causes the second set of moles to spawn. When there's two on the screen at the same time, like what cycle that second set is running on. And it sucks. Oh, hi, Bram. I'm kind of in the middle of just ranting about this first stage, but thanks for good luck. Okay, I'm actually at the fight for the first time today, after getting completely thrashed by the stage. It's kind of lame, because, like, I like a lot of the rest of this run. I just don't like this first stage at all. Nice. It is also annoying that this game has, like, so much route variability later on, but you're kind of just strong-armed into doing this as one of your first stages. Just because it gives you, like, the best weapon in the entire franchise. Like, if you're trying to no-hit this game, of course you're gonna want to get that ASAP. There we don't go, actually. There we go. I think this is distance PB since coming back. To break through my distance PB, even on Arc 1 was complete poop from a butt because I barely played from start, but... You know? For what it's worth, the stage is extremely fun with Metal Blade. Just because there's so many tellies and prop tops and everything. We're just fun enemies to snipe with Metal Blade. Come on. What am I doing? There we go. Oops. thank God that happened there. Okay, I remember which one you have to just jump straight up for. Oof. Okay, this is an attempt worth caring about. Gary? Time stage, PB. That fight is really funny because the amount of time between all of his like pose and then dash towards you is like random. It can either be roughly 30, roughly 60, or roughly 90 frames. And obviously in the speedrun you want it to be as close to the 30 frame delays as possible, but here you want it to be like as close to the 90 as possible. Like getting a 30 is bad just because it gives you less time to like run away. And you kinda gotta run away because you're trying to shoot him before he like shoots out a thing of flame pillars, because when the flame pillars are on screen it's way more annoying to dodge. Have the room to do everything you need to do. I'll just go here because I don't remember. I have to stand to dodge that crazy cannon, and I don't feel like my chances. I am wanting here is like the only reason I do this stage after heat. PB! Untied PB. Okay, let's... I really liked my strats for this level, honestly. I think I did a really good job stratting this level. just upright spam here. Where do you spam upright spam this again? Oh, it's just spam from here. I haven't played it in a minute, so I forgot. I knew there was a way to choose this hot dog. I just forgot what the way was. Okay, good energy pickup. I think wasting this might have actually put me in meaningful danger of running out of weapon energy, because I use Metal Blade for the boss on this as well. I love that time stopper usage so much. Okay, here you just item one over this. Nope. Okay, I got a 1 PB at least. My PB being flashed like 4 times in a row was a little Mickey Mouse, but let me just make sure I can actually do that. I think I just put it while I was on too high of a stair. That's what happened? Save, open. Practice. Oh yeah, you can just jump over it. This is the one you have to item one. Let me just make sure I'm actually... I don't, like, gaslight myself into thinking you don't need to gaslight. I don't want to gaslight myself into thinking, oh, you can jump over it and then you can't. It is probably still safer item one, just so that you don't have that happen to you. Item one here, then boom. And then here you just use your movement. There you go. I am very thankful that resetting in this game is so quick. Because if I had to do this as the first stage in my Mega Man 7 route, I would be losing my goddamn mind. Like, Mega Man 7 intro cutscene immediately into this stage. I would have, like, already dropped this by now. I think Metal is just gonna inherently be a bit of a streaky stage. Sometimes you're balling out on it, sometimes it's completely, like, kicking your ass. I love a good despawn strat. It always feels so good to hit. In like a completely different way than like actually killing the enemy does. I still don't know why he does. I still don't know what you can do to prevent him doing that. Triple blade, where the third one is like completely undodgeable from where I am, because I can't get the horizontal movement to clear it, and regardless of whether I'm on the ground or in the air, it's just like at an undodgeable angle. I think it's a jump timing thing, because I assume it's like homing to some extent. I might get desperate at some point and like experiments. Complete nonsense on that fight. Ideally to make it quick and painless, but I don't think that's ever gonna come. I love doing conveyor jumps like that against the ceiling. Just a random thought, but I do kind of wonder. I don't really understand like the specifics of the buffering system in any Mega Man game. I do wonder if that's like ever properly been documented. I hope it has. Just because I can add it to my engine minutia. Like not in a specific scenario. Because in 1 and 2, I know maybe in other games, but I know specifically in 1 and 2. You can like hold down a button during like the boss intro and buffer it in like extremely easily like that. I think it's just a weird interaction between, shot timing and jump height. Like, where in your jump arc you are. Come on! I'm gonna lab something out. There's so many, like, slight bits of variability like that I just need to find a way to get rid of if they exist. If I'm gonna, like, be singing grinding this. So my idea is just like rush him down, basically. If you can find a way to consistently dodge that Metal Blade. Like, this is the blueprint, basically. The hard part is just getting the shots off. But it is more consistent, it's just a lot harder to execute. And also you gotta, like, recognize if it's even safe to, like, try an attack. There's definitely a rhythm that you can get into to make this way easier and faster. I think I might just do this because it's easier to tell when you mess up, honestly. Like, I just prefer the feedback this gives me. Okay, I think that works. I'll try to... Unfortunately, I have to end stream way sooner than I thought I did. So I probably have to end after trying to get the streak. I'll try to just get this like twice, maybe 3 times. I do like this strat more, at least. I do like that this drop feels less like you're at the whim of just natural input timing variance that you kind of can't control just because you're a human. I'll go for 3 in a row. I hit it. If I don't, I don't. Then I just I guess that's it then. Would have loved to stream longer, but I literally just do not have the option to, so... Oh. Nice clip. That I didn't mean to make. Anything happening? I could do something really funny in a raid soon. I don't even know if he has one here. Anything happening anywhere? Just a wasteland. It's the world. I could read Gidio, but I don't really know them well enough to come do it. Maybe I could just raid Sparky. I think I'll just raid Sparky, yeah. Alright. Good stream for how short it was. I got a new strap, and I got a PB. I don't think you can really be too mad about that. Alright.